Look at this crew. Look at this crew. We got Joey Works, Big T, JSU, Draft Cheat. I mean, this is the show that I never thought would happen. I never thought it could happen, to be honest with you. Good afternoon this Tuesday as Run Pure Sports. I guess it's the final countdown. I don't know what we're calling this thing, and it doesn't matter. I mean, look at the firepower we have in this room right now. First of all, as Big T was saying before the show, the new most famous member of Run Pure Sports is from the bet side, Joey Work. He's blushing right now. All he does is give out winners, and right now he's just basking in the glory. Everybody in the chat's just going to be blowing him, and he deserves it. Hello, Joey.
Hello, Holden. What's up, guys? Nice to see you.
All right.
Holden, is his name have an S at the end of it? Why'd you call him Joey Works?
You know how Uncle T calls Snyder Schneider? He's Joey Works for me. This is Joey Works, dude. He just works. You know what I'm saying? DC, this is your worst nightmare. We have about 30 minutes until we even start to think about talking about baseball. I know. I think you're going to get through it, though, buddy. How are you?
You have it all wrong. This is my dream scenario. I have converted. Previously, when going on shows with you, I didn't know how to interact because you're talking about other bullshit. But I've learned. It's been a long baseball season. I think this is month 4, and I am all about BSing with Holden, especially with my guys, JSU, Big T. Listen, Holden, I think you might be in for a world of hurt on this show. We got 90 minutes to lay the smackdown on Holden, so I'm excited for this.
Hey, listen, I'm looking forward to it, too. You know I can handle it. I can take a pounding. DC.
Yeah.
JSU, I didn't even know you were on the show. It's wonderful to see you, my friend. How are you? What's going on in Boston?
Yeah, you know, I messaged our guy Joey Work about an hour ago. I said, hey, man, can I jump on the show? He's like, yeah, I'm not changing the graphic for your ass, but jump on in. I was like, perfect. I'm in. So I wanted to hang out with my boys. I don't get a ton of shows with you guys this week, so I had to make a guest appearance.
What are you doing with yourself these days, JSU? I haven't seen you very much either. You just putting schedules together? You hanging out with the dog? What is it?
Yep, hanging out with the dog. Yeah, I did pick up dog shit earlier today for like 40 minutes. It was great. As
40 minutes,
dogs, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I've been slacking the last week or so.
So it was like you had to go pick up weeks worth of dog shit.
No, yeah, it's like it's terrible.
It's tough, man. I feel for you. I hope you're all right.
Well, you picked up dog shit all day?
That's what he said, Holden.
That's insane, man. It's the worst. You know they got guys you can hire for that, so you don't got to do it yourself, right?
No, come on. I already got guys that cut the lawn and make sure it looks nice. I can't be paying guys to pick up crap.
Oh, you see, I always love mowing the lawn, but I will not pick up the shit. You know, especially when you got
if I had a mower, I would, but I just don't have one. So
yeah, it's fine. Anything else going on in the world? Because again, like I said, I got stuff to talk about, but it's not baseball.
I want to talk about why when I came on, you were about to literally I don't know if you were gonna shit your pants or throw up but you were having a meltdown. It looked like it was serious.
Almost like a panic attack. Like my heart was going really fast and then it goes really slow, and then really fast and then really slow. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on.
Take a few deep breaths, maybe kick it to Big T or DC real quick. Take a few deep breaths and we'll come back to you. How about that?
I'm fine right now. I'll kick it to Big T though, because I don't know if you know what his background looks like, JSU, but that thing is kind of badass. I don't think anybody in the industry has that 1980s Miami Vice theme in the background with a little bit of sports. It's impressive, and I wonder if we can get everybody hooked up on this Miami cocaine scene background, Big T.
I think it's going to happen because Simon was our producer, one of the best in the industry at what he does, was treating me like the test dummy, getting the lights going. I think they look decent with the blue backdrop, but they're coming everybody's way after we get it dialed in because Simon likes it. I think it looks good. It looks better than, they're just normal. It didn't look as good before, I don't think. Maybe people make fun of it, whatever.
I like it, Big T. I'm a fan of this. I still haven't gotten an RPS shirt, but I'll be looking forward to my first arrival being the.
Does Joey Work not got one either?
No.
Oh, no. Joey
don't
Works
have a
gave
bet
me his
shirt?
address like 5 times.
You don't have a bet shirt, Joey?
I have a bet shirt from JJ, yeah. But
Okay,
that's
at
it.
least you got a bet
Wait a
shirt.
second. So literally no one besides me and Tony have Rumpier gear?
No, Holden does.
I do.
Oh,
I got a
Holden
shirt.
does. Okay.
I got a
Tony,
shirt and a
this
hat.
is on
That's
your
it.
uncle, actually. We got to blame Uncle T for this. Doesn't he get us all the shirts and everything?
Well, he gets the Under Armour ones that we bought, but not the normal. They're talking about just the normal Run Pure ones.
Listen,
okay.
The way
So
I'm
whose fault is that? It's
The way I'm
it's got to be
interpreting this-
yours.
Holden got a shirt before me, so I'm below the ladder on Holden.
Right.
That is
Yeah, you're not even close, too.
That's
You're like
that is
you're like down on the
Holden
Bobby
didn't
Jones
get
Uncle
a
T
lawnmower
tier.
or a
Yeah.
Manscaped though, did he?
Oh, okay. That makes me feel a little better.
You got a
honestly.
Manscaped? Yeah, I bet you cut your
I'll be able to
balls
sit
in that
back
whole bunch. So yeah, you're down on like the Uncle T, Bobby Gomes tier, down toward the bottom. BC.
Hey,
You know,
I like
Uncle
those
T's
guys.
always
That's all
like,
good. Yeah.
but I get to eat lunch with Tony. And I'm like, yeah, you get to eat lunch with Tony. What does that even matter, though? You're the one that has to pay Uncle T.
Uncle
So it
T
doesn't
was
even
excited about his podcast with DC, though. If there's one thing I know, Uncle T loves talking baseball. DC loves talking baseball. They did the podcast last night. I look forward to listening to them, too, because they pick winners on there.
Well, it's
Way,
not
way
as
to
good
pump
as
up your own podcast, BC.
Yeah. yeah.
No, nothing. Nothing.
Nothing.
You don't want to say anything?
Big T pumped it up for me, man.
Yeah.
I'm here to talk some baseball. And I don't know. We got to do like the
See?
30-minute advertisement before we get to talking.
All right,
DC
well,
doesn't need to pump it up anyways. If you don't listen to that podcast, you got problems. Like they pick winners. They talk for over an hour, too. All winners.
When do you
I
guys
will
tape
say,
that?
Uncle T spent the first 20 minutes telling us all about his winners that he picked from the week before's baseball.
That's what you do. You always talk about your own winners to boost it up.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Listen, I was encouraging you. You come on the podcast once a week. You want to talk about your winners from DFS? I'm not going to stop you. Plenty of time to talk baseball. The podcast, there's no, obligatory listening to it. You want to listen to me and Uncle T? You come listen. You want to talk about DFS? Free to talk. I love it.
That's why Big T is never been on the podcast, because you guys would literally not get past the winners. He would just keep talking about winners for a full show.
Well,
you wouldn't even be able to talk
well,
about.
Have I never been on? I've been on.
I have a calendar on my office wall, and I'm counting down the days. I don't know what's going to happen first. Big T joins the podcast, or I get a Run Pure Sports piece of gear.
Have I really not
So
been on the
that's
podcast?
the space for me.
I had to have been on there at least once.
No, I've done the schedule. I've listened to every single podcast. You have not been on there once.
I can absolutely confirm Big T has not been on the podcast.
Oh, it's brutal.
Oh, I
That is
love calling
brutal.
Big T out. Oh.
Did you
I wasn't
ask
going to
him?
do it, but it went too far that I got to confirm it.
DC, did you ask him, or was this just kind of like an assumed you thought he'd ask you because you're so cool?
I've never said no to DC for anything.
Well,
Besides the T-shirt, I guess.
No, yeah, every day I wake up and the first thing I do, I take a pee, but then I go to my bed and I kneel down and I pray that maybe tonight Big T will join my podcast. But still, the guys have not answered me yet.
when do you tape that? What time do you tape your pod?
I would tape it at 4:30 in the morning if Big T would join me.
Tony, what's the best time? I think you need to show up on DC's podcast now.
Anytime he wants.
There you go. We got it. We see you come on here, you mediate.
People don't want my baseball
Yeah,
takes.
oh, I can do it anytime. Yeah, you're never going to list a specific time that you can do it.
This is the issue, though. People don't want my baseball takes. I don't have the knowledge that DC, Uncle T, Stevie, all these baseball, JT Hayes, these guys are the baseball guys. That's why we have them at Run Pure. I pick winners, but I'm not a baseball guy. Like, I don't know the stuff they know. Yeah, I could go on and have fun with them, but I'd rather the podcast be with people that actually know the game.
Great point, Glaucoma. You wouldn't even look at the slate on the pod. That would be the issue.
That's another issue. So.
Yeah, but you could come on and just bullshit with draft.
I would do that for sure. Like, I'll go on there and have fun with them.
DC, can you handle non-baseball talk on your pod? Could you deal with that, or is that just not happening?
No, I'm actually unable to talk about any other subject in the
All
whole
right,
world.
sorry. All right,
No, I'll tell you the
tried.
first pod. No, hold on. The first pod me and DC are going to do, we're gonna go on there and talk. This is we during Corona we had some funny conversations in the poker room where foods Big T would eat and people would just love it. Like people would love that.
Yeah, I definitely won't be on that pod. I have the worst food takes ever, so I will not be on that pod talking about.
It's not about
we're gonna get a DC Big T JSU food podcast, and I think that'll be
but
good.
people will just make fun of me though because people don't like what I eat. People will make fun of me because
that's why we need you on there so we can make fun of you.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why you want to make fun of me. That's
Before we tell you who doesn't like pizza, imagine knowing a person that doesn't eat pizza and like pizza. Just imagine it.
So as a kid, I'll give you another one. As a kid, I grew up. I didn't like chocolate either.
Jeez.
Did you like sugar?
Yeah, I didn't mind sugar. I just didn't eat like chocolate candy. Like I didn't eat like chocolate bars or anything like that. Like nothing. Now I'm older now. Now I'll eat like chocolate chip cookies or something. If my girlfriend bakes them, I'll eat them. But like I literally ate like no chocolate when I was a kid. Didn't care for it.
Yeah, the pizza thing still doesn't ring true though.
Not just pizza. Like he has a ton of terrible food takes.
What else? Tacos? You like tacos?
No, I don't.
Go down his list. He doesn't like
tacos.
Hot dogs like Holden? Holden loves hot dogs.
No, I
hot
definitely
dogs
don't eat hot dogs.
No, I'm with him on hot dogs.
Disgusting.
No hot dogs.
Absolutely.
Does anyone like hot dogs?
No.
I do.
At a baseball game, baby. You're not like on a
hot dogs are delicious. What are you talking about?
No, I don't go out of my way to eat hot dogs, but
that's what I mean. At a game, I like
a barbecue.
I eat a hot dog at least once a week.
Oh, jeez.
At home?
You eat a hot dog once for what reason?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
What?
I like a good grilled Hebrew National all beef hot dog. It's delicious. Yeah. You guys are insane.
Let's get back to picking winners here. We don't need to make fun of my food takes.
No, I was trying to flip the table on Holden and go a full hour and a half without ever discussing baseball.
It would have been. There's no way. There's no way.
I want to talk about how Joey Work jumps on the show yesterday after I'm in the chat nagging him. Where's my Joey Work winners? He jumps on this chat. What does he do? He just throws a winner right at the chat, free for everybody. I hope everyone pounded that winner. I think it was KC, New York, under first 5, right, Joey Work?
That's right. They scored 0 runs through 5, so no sweat there whatsoever. We got 5.5 on that, and then at the end I gave out Miami Marlins team total over 2.5. That was a little bit of sweat, but that cashed as well.
Doesn't matter how you get there, Joey Work. You just cash that ticket.
All credit to you, Joey Work, but I was quick to join you on both of those bets. As soon as you said them, I was like, yep, I'm on that same side. So I'm interested to hear. You got a couple for us tonight, maybe?
I do. I mean, like, there's a lot. I mean, we're going back to like all these.
I'll tell you if I disagree, but I was quick on those two too as well.
Yeah, so I'm going to the Nationals here. Money line plus 200, 2-1 dog here. The Mets are 1-7. Mets are 1-7 and start in August. Like they haven't scored. They scored more than 3 runs, I think, twice in those games. They can't score, and this is basically, maybe 5 innings out of Carrasco. 4 innings. He's pitched his last 2 starts, and he's given up 3 earned runs in both of them. So. I mean, obviously they've got the better pitcher in the Mets than their heavy favorites, but this is a line that should be probably about -150 New York Mets.
Really work. You got to tease the people.
I mean, again,
right in for the kill.
I'm going to this one too.
Joey, they're all.
I got Joey.
So
to be like you and a woman,
leave us more
dry. You got to warm them up.
I'm sorry.
Warm them up. Massage it a little. Do
it's
this.
A great bet.
Tell them.
It's a great
give
bet.
them a number. Give them like
plus 200 right out of the gate, though. That's
how you get your picks.
So on the bet spreadsheet, I have 4 plays. That's one of the plays. All right. So that
hey, give them to the people. They were watching. You get great picks every day.
Them throughout the show, DC. Let's not give them all at once.
No, my bad.
Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah.
You
got to watch the show to get them all. Yeah.
You should just tell them how they could get the bet side because they've been winning all these picks now. They might as well start paying for them because you're not going to be giving free shit out every day next week.
That's right.
We got football coming up, but the guy went 6-1 during the World Series. Okay, it was very profitable.
The World Series, Holden. You guys got to learn how to sell shit. The World Series was 9 months ago.
I was gonna say the exact fucking same thing, dude. Big T. What about yesterday?
He just won 2 bets yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. So sell that.
Look at that. Look at that hat. Look at that hat he bought. You think you buy that? when you don't.
The
win
hat is
bets?
fresh, and it matches the shirt because Holden doesn't know about style. Bashing my style. This guy shot the
are you
balls,
busting my
telling
balls?
me I don't
We're
have
gonna
style.
go there. We're gonna go with busting balls today.
You went at the hat, did you not?
I didn't. I said
No,
I
he
can't
put
afford that hat. It's
Holden
so
in
pretty.
a timeout for that. He
The
can't
hat
come
is
at your
fire,
style.
right?
All right.
Timeout.
Yeah,
Put
give him
him
a
on a
timeout.
timeout.
He's
That's
still
Here we
yelling.
go.
He's giving me the
The
finger
best-
backstage.
The best thing about having the shows like this is you can put Holden on a timeout.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Holden
I
comes
forgot
out.
I'm the producer too. I forgot I'm signed in. I can give him a timeout too.
True. Holden
This
thinks
is
that.
upgraded.
We should move on to baseball, but before we do, don't give me the power of the Holden timeout. He'll never be back.
This guy
It
said.
would be funny to just keep it.
Now you're at the bottom. Sorry.
I would have clicked the button already, to be honest.
I don't mind this. That was funny. Anyways, yeah, I got baseball. Fine, we'll talk baseball. Screw it. Don't sign up for the bets. Don't keep Joey Work in business. Just Joey Work. Did you know the 2013 Super Bowl? This guy, man, did he crush it? Who was in that Super Bowl, Joey?
Maybe 2011 when I gave out a future of the champion, but
That's
2013. I mean,
Probably the
4 or
Patriots.
5 on my
yeah, it's got to be close.
Olympic plays icon. All right, let's get into this. We're gonna do some baseball. How's that sound? I really do like the timeout though, and it was good that Mangone got one before me, so I appreciate that.
Mangone needed one yesterday because he was in shambles during
It
his
was a mess.
the freaking summer league had him rattled.
Yeah,
Mangone was 5 minutes
rattled.
till summer league, and he was scrambling for whatever he was playing, his lineup, whatever he was doing. He was scrambling for sure.
He was definitely
He
not
can't.
doing
I don't know
very
why
well.
he plays 2 sports at once. Like Mangone, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be playing baseball and summer league at the same time. It's a bad thing for you, man.
I mean, he can't handle being on the Up to Lock show, being the actual host. How are you going to do 2 sports?
I feel like Mangone lives his life just like very like stressed out all the time, just stressed. You know,
Really?
He's stressed for sure.
Yeah.
You think he's a stress ball? I always thought he was just kind of like aloof, and he just didn't give a shit
No.
about anything.
He's a
No,
stress-
He
really
doesn't
stressed
give a
out?
shit. He cares about everything. He's a warrior.
No, it's not an insult. I'm just saying. Yeah.
It's not an insult at all. He's just it's how he is.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was a good thing. It's like, oh, he's a warrior. It's like, that's a great thing. Way to go.
Well, he
DC.
Mangone will also
DC.
remember everything we say. So if you say anything
But-
against Mangone, or you call him out for a take or anything, he will remember that. And if you mess up, he will be in your DMs. He'll
Sure.
text you. He'll get on the show.
but he uses that drive, JSU. He uses that.
Called me one time because of one of my takes. He literally called me to gloat about one of my bad takes, and I was like, "All right, Mangone, I shouldn't have answered this phone call." He never forgets.
It's a grinder.
Oh boy! All right, RPS NFL 15. We're doing these shows for you here free. It would be very nice if you helped us out here. Hit a like button, and then RPS NFL 15, 15% off the life of your subscription. Not a month, not 2 months, not a year. The life of your subscription. RPS NFL 15. NFL starting up. I mean, we could tell JSU what we got here. We got shows 5 days a week at the same time, and we got cash, and we got tournaments. We got all. JSU, what else? We got anything up our sleeves here that we're debuting this year, or any shows you're excited about for NFL? Because we're 30 days away from the kick of the regular season.
I mean, forget about shows for a sec. We got preseason before it even 30 days before kick. We got preseason going. A bunch of guys in there. I'm going to be doing some preseason NFL. Rubio, Bruce, Snyder might be in there too, to just kind of going through some NFL preseason that starts Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to have preseason slates. So we'll have it all covered for you. Playbook, core plays. We'll be in the Discord talking about it. So yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Did some best ball drafting on Sunday when there was not much going on. Might do that again next Sunday with the people. Yeah, just getting some people, and people were excited to get in some best ball drafts, some NFL drafts. So might do that, every Sunday. I won't do it all throughout the week, but I'll do it like once a week on Sunday with the people, get a few drafts going. So Yeah, we're going to have a ton of NFL content, and we're going to start it up this week with preseason.
RPS NFL 15, that's what it is. Mangone, we're talking about Mangone and how I thought he was more relaxed than that, but he is freaking out in the chat. He's like very territorial as to what his mindset is. He's not happy about you saying he double dipped JSU. He's not very happy with you right now. So
I love Mangone. I don't.
Yeah, well, he's not happy.
Too, so.
He's like laughing my ass off. Ha ha ha! Real funny. DC, like 84 games today. You want to give us a couple pitchers that you like so we can start the baseball talk, or would you just rather chime in on Mangone, or maybe some feelings that you have?
I suppose I was trying to make it to the top of the hour before we mentioned the baseball player, but I guess we're not going to make it. You always throw it to me to like transition from the 15, 20, 30 minutes of BS talk, and you're like, DC, get serious, and it just feels lame. But I guess I'll do what I got to do. I mean,
yeah. See, look at Tony. He's like, yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
No, so, Tony's just eating right now.
I know. I know. I was trying to give him some support. I know he didn't. He wasn't even listening.
Yeah, I was. What do you mean? I always want DC's takes for his pitchers. What are you talking about? First of all, I'm not Mangone. I'm always listening.
It's more of a Holden thing, personally.
That was not a take.
Holden projects his weaknesses on others. You're not listening.
Yeah, exactly.
You think I'm not listening for DC's pitcher takes? What are you talking about,
Holden? He always says everything I have to say. Whether he agrees with it or not, he always listens.
He was angry that I went to him first before anybody else. It's just a lot of pressure on him, and I feel like you can do it.
It's like when you go to JSU in basketball, he's got the winners. If you go to the bet side, you better go to Joey Work. I'm always in the 2-3 hole. I'm never in the 1 hole.
Back to
on the Showdown side, Tony. What
Still
about
not in the 1 hole.
Oh, stop.
Get to DC for these pitcher winners.
Jeez, I'm trying to, but he keeps complaining that he doesn't want to talk about it. He wants to wait till the top of the hour.
No, I'm good. Listen, I said it last time Max Scherzer pitched for the Dodgers against Houston, where the matchup didn't look great. And, you're looking at the strikeout percentage for Houston against right-handed pitchers. And, like, I said it then, I'll say it tonight. I think Max Scherzer is going to go on a monster run here with the Dodgers, right? Trying to win a World Series. I think he's just – like the matchup against Philly, I mean, he knows how to pitch in Philly. He's faced this team many times. He can mow them down. And I just want the dude on the hill, right? Look at the other guys beyond Max Scherzer. Aaron Nola, I mean, would you be shocked if he gave up 11 earned runs against the Dodgers? Sonny Gray in Atlanta? Sean Manaea? I mean, listen, I know Sean Manaea's been good, but Sean Manaea versus Max Scherzer, this is one where I want to ride Max Scherzer right now until he proves us, proves whoever wrong, because I think this guy's going to roll with the Dodgers. He's got a super team behind him. Look at this lineup that the Dodgers are rolling out. Like, I think you're going to get, 110 to 120 pitches out of Max Scherzer and 10 strikeouts every game down the stretch. And he's going to win every game. He's going to be like, 25, 30, 35, 40 fantasy points. Kind of like a Russell Westbrook type run, right? Where all his teammates are out and he's got to do everything. I think we're going to see that from Max Scherzer. So that's my pitch for him. I think he's going to be the SP1 tonight, and I think he's going to be the SP1 most of the slates until the season ends. I just think he's going to be a beast down the stretch. I think he's kind of built different, a different breed, and I just want to roll with him right now.
Joey Works shaking his head up there. You want to give us some love for Scherzer tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I think he's coming back. I know they just put Hoskins, I want to say, on the IL, so he's out of the lineup. You look at this Phillies lineup. People are saying, "Oh, the Phillies hit him good." No, they don't. What numbers are you guys looking at? In 244 at bats or 220 at bats, they bat 192 versus him, striking out 33% of the time. Like, I don't know where people are seeing this. Ex-Woba is like 250, so nothing great. Scherzer, and he has the added motivation. Now he's on a winning team, a really good offense. I think he goes in there and mows them down. And Nola, since they started cracking down on the sticky stuff, Nola has been getting hit hard. He had one good start in there versus the Yankees where he had like a little added motivation. I mean, he should have some added motivation here, but I see him giving up runs here, and I'm with DC. I love the look. I'm on the Dodgers. I'm laying at running a half.
This is his fourth start against Philadelphia this year, and what's he got? 21, 30 something. He's pitched well in all three matchups. So
Yeah.
I don't know who's bitching.
He's gonna. I mean, even like
They said that like Brad Miller has good numbers versus him. Like, if Brad
cares?
Miller going to scare me off of picking Matt Scherzer? Absolutely not.
that's the thing with Scherzer. I think even if he gives up 3 or 4 earned runs, right, maybe 2 2-run home runs, I bet he still gets 10 strikeouts, goes 6 or 7 innings, is totally fine. And then his upside is just stunting on this team, right? 40-point plus, I think.
What do you think, JSU? Who's at the top for you tonight? Is it Scherzer?
I mean, yeah, it's clearly Scherzer. It's tough when you got Aaron Nola against the Dodgers. Sonny Gray, 10-3 for Sonny Gray. Like, no thank you. I'm not paying 10-3 for him. Alex Wood would be kind of in the top range, 9,800. He hasn't looked that great recently. Sean Manaea, like, he'd be the only one, I guess, like in tournaments at the top I would think of pivoting to. He had one really bad game, his last game against San Diego. Before that, it's weird, away from home, he beat up San Diego, beat up Seattle, put up 34 and 39. He's got upside at least at 10K for tournaments. I think he's like the tournament pivot that people might just remember as the guy who got shelled, because he was owned a little bit last time out and he got beaten up. So people probably have that in their heads. And I'm not afraid to play him here in tournaments against this Cleveland team. But if you're just saying like top guy, for sure, it's got to be Scherzer. The question is, are there other mid-tier pitchers to spend down for where you don't play Scherzer? Maybe, but Scherzer seems like a clear-cut, pretty solid play here, like where he's going to get you strikeouts. That's the thing, with Scherzer. He's going to get you strikeouts. He's going to go deep into this game, 90 to 100 pitches. And so, yeah, it's tough to not see him giving you like 8 to 12 strikeouts.
So he's going to be in your pool tonight, obviously, right? Now, you think he's going to be in your core? He'll be in one of your cores
I don't
today?
know if he's going to be in my core yet. I still haven't made my main team yet. We still got about an hour till lock, so I haven't made my main team yet. He could be in there though, because I do like some cheap stacks that we'll get to. But yeah,
we got a question from Brian, one of our subs here. Any ownership projection on Max? I don't, but I would think he's going to be the highest owned pitcher, right?
50%, right?
Yeah, he'll be the chalk, but
yeah,
he's a hell of a play. Derek, I saw Max projected at 45%. Okay. 45, 55% maybe. Hey, Tony, you want me to come to you like in 35 minutes or so when you get all the – I'm not even kidding.
Let me take the under on 45% max, by the way.
Under 45% max today.
How's those cubes tasting? I'll take the over on 45.
Yeah.
How's those cubes tasting, Tony?
Oh, they're tasting incredible.
What's the bet here, JSU? Something needs to be in the line. I mean, it's the bet is BT, so you're gonna win. This is a layup. Just bet him. 45%. You're taking the
whatever
over.
He wants.
All right.
I don't care.
What contest?
It's as easy
Well,
as
I would just take like one of the big featured contests. So either the $11 or the $111. One of those two. DC
Okay, I say in the $11 he'll be under 45% for a hundo spot.
Okay.
All right, you're welcome, JSU, for the $300.
No. Tony, which side of that do you like?
I like the over for sure. Well, I definitely in the 100, maybe in the 11. I
told you 11 on purpose for sure.
That's why I gave him the option, because I know in the 111, there's no way he's not over 40.
I don't think it's like a washout either way, though. Like, I think it could easily fall like 45. So
I think it's going to be in the 40s.
That's all right, DC.
Even if it is,
Tony's
though,
always
like,
right. He was making fun of me on Sunday. He was double wrong. He was throwing me under the bus.
Because you got like 9 runs in the 9th, you're going to victory lap?
When?
Yeah.
The Orioles game is because they beat the bullpen of the Orioles.
All right. You were friggin' biting your nails, shitting your pants going into the 8th inning, and then you
relaxed on Sunday.
At least
you had 3 runs.
At least you hit the Duval over 1.5 bases, though.
How easy was that?
Yeah, good thing you only put $10 on it.
I will say that if me and JSU are willing to bet the over-under on 45%, it's probably going to be somewhat close to that number, right?
Yeah.
Like if it goes under, it's like 40. It's literally.
I don't think it'll be over
under.
50. So
Yeah.
RPS, yes. Run Pure Sports. Whoever's typing that in there, is that Joey? RPS NFL 15. RPS NFL 15. It's not just for football. You get all our stuff. You get everything. You get baseball, football, MMA still going on. We got a little bit of golf on the bet side. On the bet side, it's baseball. It's NASCAR. Keg does a show on Sundays. Extraordinarily profitable over there. Tennis. What else is going on right now in that world?
MMA, tennis. I just loaded up 2 MMA early plays that I know we're going to get some line movement on, and we'll definitely be on the better side of that line movement. 2+ money dogs that I guarantee by fight time they'll probably be even money, if not just slightly juiced. So
RPS NFL 15 works for the bet side too. RPS NFL 15, and then the other thing is if you already got the sports side, get the bet side. Just put get bets in there and go get the bet side while you're at it. So it's terrific product. Okay. Rest of the pitching pool, DC. Let's go down it from top to bottom on this 47 game slate. So Scherzer at the top. Who else is in your pool? Just the pool. You don't need 30 guys.
Yeah, I'm not playing Nola against the Dodgers. I actually think Nola has been unlucky and is better than he showed, but I'm just not playing pretty much anybody against the Dodgers right now when they're healthy. Sonny Gray against Atlanta, pretty easy pass for me at 10.3K. Manaea, I think we talked about him a little bit. I do think he's fine. And then I like these next two guys. Alex Wood, who has had not great results recently, but I think he will get good results going forward. And he gets Arizona in San Francisco. I mean, one of the worst offenses in the league at home. And I still believe in Alex Wood. So I think he's a very good play at 9,800. And then Logan Gilbert, another guy that I think is – I feel pretty confident he's a future ace if he's not quite one right now. And he gets Texas at home. I know, again, kind of like Wood, the results of the last 2 games haven't been phenomenal. Not terrible, but not phenomenal. But I think he is the second most talented pitcher on the slate. I'll say that, Logan Gilbert. I think he's just behind Max Scherzer right now. So I'm a huge believer in him, and the matchup doesn't get much better. So Scherzer, Wood, actually Scherzer, Gilbert, Wood, and those 3 are kind of how I rank the top 10.
Scherzer, Gilbert, Wood. Would you go anywhere else, or is it just those 3?
I mean, I just have those 3 above the others. I think people will play Sean Manaea. I just, going a different way. So those are the 3 guys for me.
Yeah, before we get to the stacks, though, I'll also ask you which pitchers you really want to target. They'll obviously be correlated, but I think it's an interesting way to go with that way. Joey Work. Talk to me here, buddy. You're looking at these games from the betting side, but you also obviously dig into the numbers on the pitching side. Besides for Scherzer, is there anybody that you see that could be popping tonight for you?
Yeah, I'm interested in Logan Gilbert, definitely for sure. Against obviously a very underrated. I mean, bad Texas offense. They did call up some young guys, but I'm still not really afraid of it. Otherwise. Maybe sneaky John Gray. I think they still got Houston still has Almendiz Diaz batting third. Their lineup is somewhat watered down. John Gray outside of Coors Field probably low owned because he's going against Houston, so I'm not totally against that. Otherwise, there's a lot of ugly spots. I want no part of Sonny Gray, no part of Keuchel against Minnesota, no part of really. I'm not even really interested in Manaea either against Cleveland. Cleveland rarely strikes out. I know they're not great against lefties, but they stack. Their lineup is every single batter in their lineup is a righty here. So that's where I'm really looking. Maybe Luis Patino, but he'll probably struggle a little bit in Boston as well.
Big T, West Coast Gem wants to know if you did ecstasy today.
I mean, trying to cut back on the ecstasy use.
What kind of question? Do you think Big G just rolled out of bed and did some
West Coast Gem? He was
just me and my 3 kids doing the ecstasy on a Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. It really is, though. But listen, we're open books here. You got questions for us? We'll try and answer them. The answer to Big T, did he do ecstasy? The answer seems to be no.
We can't be totally sure because if he did, he probably would lie about it. I would say.
Well, what do you think, DC?
I definitely wouldn't admit it. So
Yeah,
that's true.
exactly.
What do you think, DC? Ecstasy, yay or nay?
No, I'm going with nay. But the point is, we don't know for sure because he wouldn't admit it if he did. So we'll forever remain a mystery.
It's true. I definitely would not admit it.
Joey, you kind of
Especially on a Tuesday.
yeah. Joey could see through the bullshit. Is he high or not?
No.
There's a
Okay.
huge difference
You think it'd be this?
high on ecstasy too, by the way.
Yeah, you think it'd be this normal if he was messed
I've
up?
never been around someone on Molly. I've
Okay.
never been around him.
Yeah, because you're 50 years old. That's why.
Yeah. I mean, it
Nobody
was
does
big when I was in elementary school, but I never tried it.
Elementary
JSU.
school.
Yeah. Yeah. What can I say?
That was college. Yeah.
Maybe it was
it.
college. JSU. Let's get through the rest of the pitcher pool here before we take our time and mosey on over to the other side. But what do you got here?
Yeah, I mean, I love Logan Gilbert. I think on FanDuel too, 8,900 on DraftKings, 9,600. He's just a really, really good play. I could see myself going there, even on the one pitcher site on FanDuel, if I didn't go max. After him, though, in max, it'd probably be a guy like Jake Odorizzi against Colorado, who, when they're out of Colorado, I like to take pitchers against. And Odorizzi, he could get it done for me. He could give me, he's got 20. He could give me 20 points
20
here.
you're hoping for Odorizzi, right?
Yeah, I think he can give me that though.
For sure.
Spot. Other guys like I don't want to play Zach Gallen, even though the price tag does look pretty nice against San Francisco. I'm probably going to stay away. Colby Allard's really cheap against Seattle. Maybe for tournaments you could go there. Definitely not playing J.A. Happ. I probably will take a few Pittsburgh bats against him as my rule. Play batters against J.A. Happ. And, pitching to me is, like, pretty straightforward. Like, I think Manaea is the pivot up top. If you want to pivot off Scherzer, I think he's the guy I'd go to. And then you got Odorizzi in the mid-tier. Logan Gilbert is my favorite in that 9K range. And you could take shots with some cheap guys. Maybe like Daniel Lynch if you want to take a shot with against the Yankees. The Yankees lineup isn't that great. They lost Rizzo, obviously. So, maybe you could go there as well.
He's been really good his last 3 starts, too. I mean, you look at Lynch, you look at the big numbers with him. He's just, he sucks. He's the worst. Here's a prospect that came up, struggled a little bit, and he's starting to turn it around now. This will be interesting tonight. And that was a wild game last
we got
night.
In the chat, Comment War says Gallen lock for 16 plus, and then Izzy comes back with Gallen lock for -10. I mean, I think you could see one of two. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if either of those things happen.
I like the fact that they each took a side. They disagree, but they took a side, and that's what's important. Where is DC on Ashby tonight? That's Stevie Boynton. Where's DC on Ashby?
Yeah, he was going to be the last guy I brought up. I don't really know what to expect from Ashby. Probably not a lot, but it's 4,400 against the Cubs, right? And he's like a kind of, or at least a potential legit starting pitcher. He was awful in his first start. He really hasn't been great in the minor leagues, but he is, I don't know. The scouts like him. Like, I'm not playing him, but it's 4,400 against this horrible, horrible Cubs lineup, and he, does seem to have at least some talent. So I think he's in play. Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Seems like a big T play, Aaron Ashby. It's an agreement.
Big T's rolling up there. I mean, we don't even know what Big T's thinking right now.
You can't
That's because Holden hasn't asked me who I like yet.
Well, I mean, I want to give you as much. Listen, we've been doing enough shows now. I know how it works.
I keep telling you this. You haven't picked it up yet. That's NBA. Baseball, you can come to me right away.
I did not pick
You
up on that.
You just said you're in the 2-hole, though. You didn't want to be the one hitter.
Exactly. Thank you, Joey Work.
Yeah.
You listened.
I don't like
listening.
this team in here.
I can be hitting 2, 3, 4. Just not
I
in the
really
one.
like Joey Work on this show. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
I don't
lie.
like the
Joey
teaming
Work
up
on
over
this
here.
show is fire.
Everyone loves
Crush
Joey
Holden.
Work on here.
I don't like the teaming up.
I love Joey Work here, but I feel like he steals my Holden jokes too quickly.
Yeah, there's not enough to go around.
That's true. That's true. But you beat me by one snap to the fingers, and I'm like, I just want to make that
He's
joke.
better than you. We've also been working together longer, so maybe he just knows exactly where to go immediately, DC. Big T, top to bottom. Let's go. Who are your pitchers today?
Yeah, I agree with them at the top. Max and Gilbert, the only two for me. Definitely not playing any of those other guys. I like my man Nestor again a little bit, though, against Kansas City. We got Big Bill Miller, like we always like, behind the plate. Kansas City's offense is bad. I'm okay. I don't love the price. $8,500 is definitely expensive. I don't love that, but I think he could put up a big game tonight with Big Bill back there. What?
Yeah, I wasn't really on it, but I kind of like this call a little bit. I mean,
it's definitely not. If you just look at the numbers, you're not going to like it for sure. But if you look a little deeper in the lineup and Big Bill, and he's got strikeout stuff, I don't know. If you're playing 20 teams, I definitely would play some Nestor. And then after that, though, I kind of like the cheap guys, like always. I know DC talked about Ashby, me liking him. Yeah, he's 4,400 against the Cubs, who have the worst lineup I've ever seen. So I can definitely do that. I like some of these just trash cans down here. I mean, Colby Allard against Seattle, I don't mind. J.A. Happ, I'll play him to own JSU at 5,900. I'll definitely put him in to own him. And then Daniel Lynch in the same game as Nestor. I mean, Big Bill back there. I don't love the Yankees lineup today. Big ballpark. I love playing pitchers against the Yankees when they get away from Yankee Stadium. I know it's really hot in Kansas City, but I hate that park for hitting still. I'm more than fine playing Daniel Lynch for 6,600 against this Yankees lineup for sure. That's where I'm at. I'll probably play Max with one cheap guy on almost all my teams.
I feel like we might get some runs with the Royals and the Yankees late, though. Last night just wouldn't end. Like they both use at least 7 pitchers. Those bullpens are completely washed.
The Yankees blew 4 saves, I want to say, in that game.
They did.
Yeah.
Did they really blow 4?
Yeah,
it was amazing.
Yes.
I told you I had the run line in that game, and I was like, this has to go to extra innings. This has to go to the next inning. And it finally did after 4 innings. It was the most remarkable game I've seen this year. Not even close. Yeah. It was just both teams beating the shit out of each other late.
The Royals wouldn't give up, basically. You know, the Yankees always scored to the top of the inning. Royals just came back and scored the time every time.
Let's go to DC on his thoughts right now.
He's clearly not here. I don't know if you're being a jerk or not.
No, I'm being serious. I was not being serious. What? He likes to just take off, just completely random. Most of the time, I don't know he's gone. He'll just get up, walk away. Just, whatever.
He learned that move from. He learned that move from Big T.
I just expect the host to pay attention to what else is going on the show.
Yeah, but you will at least say, "Hey, I got to take a piss," or
I've never said that.
Or I'll hear your kids like beating the shit out of each other.
Now I'm on Tony's side.
I've literally never said that.
You never? Yeah, come on, man.
I've never said I got to go take a piss. I mean, maybe one time. I don't know. I don't usually say that.
All right, that's fine. I heard your kids beating the shit out of each other. So then sometimes I realize where you walk away.
Usually when I walk away, it's the kids. I mean, like right now, I got all 3 kids watching a freaking movie to do the show. Like,
Matt,
it is what it is.
All right, let's go. JSU. Which pitchers do we want to attack tonight? Is J Happ at the top of the list?
I mean, I don't know about top of the list, but he's definitely on the list. I mean, the dude gives up bombs. He can't, he's just bad. I don't know why you wouldn't. The only reason why is the park isn't that great, I guess, that they're in. But I still think he's just awful. And even this Pittsburgh lineup, they can get to him. They've got some Brian Hayes, Ryan Reynolds. They could do some damage here against Happ, so I definitely don't mind it. I like both sides of the Detroit and Baltimore game. I think that could be an interesting game in Baltimore as well, which is another spot where I really like to target hitters in that park. So I'm going to be heavier on that game for sure. From a stacking standpoint, Baltimore is my preferred. So many cheap guys too. That's why it's tough for me, honestly, especially on DraftKings. Hard not to play a guy like Max because I like some of these cheaper stacks where more than half their lineup is 3K or less, where besides Cedric Mullins, all their outfielders are free. You got your Urias or Urias, however you say his name, at second or shortstop, and he's really cheap on DraftKings. The only guys you're paying for are Mancini and Cedric Mullins. So it's a nice stack, easy to do, and you can easily get Scherzer. You could spend up for 2 pitchers if you wanted to, Scherzer, Gilbert, or whatever you wanted to go with. So that's definitely a game that I'm going to be heavier on.
I mean, if you go in the live show chat right now, all they want to talk about is ecstasy. Guys, focus. You can ask us DFS questions. We are going to answer our – hold on. Did Big T just leave too?
Yeah.
I thought I heard someone say
Dude, he left like a minute ago. You don't pay attention. I thought I heard like, I'm going to take a piss, and then he left, right? Is that what
He
happened?
didn't say shit.
He did that just to own you because he knew you wouldn't pay attention, right?
But I'm not owned. Like, it was great. Good job. Way to go. But guys, in the premium Discord, when you're done talking about ecstasy, please ask us about baseball questions. This is what we're here for, okay? Very good. RPS NFL 15. DC, what are you doing for NFL this year, man? Are you gearing up? Like, what are you bringing to the table for NFL? I'm excited about this.
Yeah, you sound very excited. I have my 10 under 10 article, 10 guys under 10% owned on DraftKings, kind of like long shot GPP plays. A lot of these guys are 1-2% owned, and a lot of good plays over the years, right? It's not designed for a whole lineup. It's pick 1 or 2 of these guys out to fill out your one-off, and big winners over the years. So that'll be my flagship article. I think we're gonna do it's not all finalized, but like a fun maybe Friday or Saturday night show where maybe we have a couple beers and just bullshit about the slate for an hour or 2. So hopefully that's up there, and Discord, all that stuff. So yeah, I'm gearing up for NFL for sure. It's right around the corner.
Yeah, we all are, man. I'm super excited about this.
Gotta be.
And it's not just the sports side, it's the bet side too. Some great bettors on the NFL take when we got that coming up. Joey and JJ taking care of business in baseball. Spread and Tyler doing NBA Summer League right now with Mangone. Joey and DC doing the MMA, the UFC stuff. And again, RPS NFL 15 for both sides, not just one side, both sides. You can use it for bets, you can use it for sports, and then just package them together for $100, and it's the easiest way to do it, because then it's down to 85 already and you're set. You're absolutely 100% set. So we will now go to the offensive side of things. Hey, Joey Work, who's scoring the runs tonight? What teams are scoring the runs tonight? What about Pittsburgh?
I like Pittsburgh. I think they definitely get. I mean, J.A. Hop is an easy target. That's for damn sure. But I'm with JSU and going to Baltimore. I like Detroit a lot. Keegan Aiken sucks. Baltimore's bullpen, as you know, Holden. I think they gave up at least 5 runs the last 3 games from the 7th inning on.
Always target Baltimore's bullpen.
Baltimore's bullpen has been so bad. And, I mean, the Tigers' bullpen statistically has been worse than Baltimore's this year, if you're going to go by numbers. As of late, they've been better. But, I kind of lean Detroit in that game. But, I expect definitely runs there. And then I'll give you a sneaky play for, over 8 is in San Diego, Miami. That'll be a play on the sheet for me. Over 8, San Diego, Miami. We get basically a bullpen game for San Diego. So Miami should do their fair share. If they score 3 runs, I expect 5, 6 from San Diego on the other end. Braxton Garrett starting. I don't expect him to go long. He's going to give up runs, and they'll go to the bullpen. So it's essentially maybe a bullpen game on both sides. So I definitely over 8. 8's a cheap number. Decent park. They scored, I want to say 10 last night. So I expect some, get 9 runs. You win that. 8's a push. I think that's a great number.
DFS Productions in chat saying bad weather in Baltimore tonight. If there's any bad weather, it's a delay and then they play. It's a short delay before the game starts. DFS, don't worry about it. I'm sure that's
bad weather. I'm seeing like 2% rain.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Feels like 91.
Yeah, if there's anything that comes in, it'll be before the game and then it'll be bad. No bad weather for Baltimore. Stop it, Jessica. Stop it. Yeah, Baltimore, it'll pass. It does, Corona guy. You're right. DC, I guess we can do some stacks. We can go one by one in the one-offs too. But who are the teams you're on tonight? Let's go. Let's hear it. How are we building our teams?
Yeah, kick it off with the Cardinals. Always going to take right-handed power against, or not the Cardinals. Same game. I like both sides, but the Pittsburgh Pirates. Brian Hayes, Brian Reynolds, Alfred Stallings. I'm going to be taking right-handed power against Jay Happ till he's out of the league. So that's where I would kick it off. I think the Tigers are interesting against Keegan Aiken in Baltimore. I'm sure they'll be somewhat popular, but plenty of right-handed power there, led by Eric Haas. I think some of these are somewhat obvious. I don't think the Braves will be owned against Sonny Gray. What is he, the second or third highest priced pitcher on the slate? Braves have a team total nearing 5, though. Hot, humid in Atlanta, and I just haven't loved what I've seen from Gray recently. I know he's had some good starts, but I don't trust him whatsoever. I think he's very prone to a blow up. And then back to the White Sox against Griffin Jacks. I mean, Eloy Jimenez, 4 home runs in the last 2 days. Like, he's just insane. And I've been saying it. I think the White Sox are a team about to catch fire, getting Eloy and Luis Robert back. So yeah, big bats there, and the Twins kind of on their way out. So love the White Sox too.
White Sox. It was last night. Big T had a nice little core. Who you stacking tonight, Big T? Who are you looking at?
Tampa Bay's my favorite. I don't think anyone's going to play Tampa. I've been riding them, riding in Joey Works' face as they score 12 runs.
Versus lefty. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, you're using too much of the year-long numbers, though. This is I like them a lot. They didn't have Luplow. They didn't have Cruz. Margot's been hurt. Their lineup is way better against lefties now than it was before. I love this park. I don't know. I love Tampa. I like the White Sox. I'm playing J.A. Happ against everybody's favorite stack, Pittsburgh. So I'm looking forward to the night.
What was that moan for?
Just humming away. It's JSU's turn now. It is JSU's turn. Yes, JSU.
You asking me a question? Because I didn't hear.
No, it's your fucking turn, though. Let's go.
Step it up. My turn to what? You got to tell me what I'm talking about.
Have you not been listening to the show for the last 10 minutes?
No, I'm trying to get my core.
All right, let's go. Stacks. What do we got? Who's the teams you're stacking tonight? And then we'll go game by game with DC.
Yeah, I talked about the Baltimore-Detroit game. Those are two teams I'm definitely going to stack. After those guys, I'm with DC on Pittsburgh. I'll take right-handed power, 2 against J.A. Happ, so I don't mind going there. I mean, the White Sox, I can't argue with stacking the White Sox. People are going to do it. One other team, so I don't mind, too, taking Tampa Bay. I kind of like Tampa Bay as a sneakier stack. I think they're going to be lower owned. I think some of the price tags on these guys, too, are pretty nice. So Arozarena, 4,300. You got Luplow for cheaper. Margot. I think Tampa could be a sneaky stack on this slate. Also, too, the lefties who, I know they're going against the lefty, but they also have power. So you can play these lefties as well in a full stack. Like Brandon Lowe or Lowe, however you say his name. I know he's 5K and against the lefty, but dude's got power. So I wouldn't leave him out of a Tampa stack.
Hey guys, I'm going to get to your questions in the premium chat. Those of you that are subscribers will absolutely get to your questions first, and I'm in there right now. So drop me a question if you want the guys to answer them. And if we got time at the end of the show, for those of you that want to ask questions through the YouTube, we'll absolutely do that too. Don't forget, hit the like button since you love us so much. DFS Production wants to know, can you rank your top 4 White Sox bats, DC?
Yeah, if you include price, I would put Eloy Jimenez number 1, Luis Robert number 2, and then from there, Abreu, Tim Anderson. But those are the 2 guys, the 2 outfielders. Eloy and Luis Robert, I think, are the best plays in the White Sox.
I was playing an earlier slate, DC, and I liked the Dodgers, and I needed some salary relief, and I need some Pirates. And then I just looked at your core that you're building right now. You like some Pirates. Can we talk about them for a second, specifically on how to build a lineup with the Pirates? Is there any 1 or 2 bats you have to have, and is there a certain part of the order you would like to attack and roster?
Yeah, I'll walk it back just a little bit. I said I really like the Pirates stack. In truth, I really only like two of the Pirates bats, but I like those two a ton. And that's Brian Hayes and Brian Reynolds hitting second and third in that lineup against Happ. I think those are the guys that can really do the damage here. And I think they could do enough damage by themselves not to need their teammates. Like the lefties against Happ, I mean, I don't, famous last words, but like Hoijun Park, Gregory Polanco, are these guys really going yard? Probably not. So give me the two good guys right in the middle of that lineup is where I'm going with the Pirates.
Two good guys. Lowest price starting pitcher you would feel comfortable starting today, DC.
Yeah, looking here.
It's ugly. It's always ugly when you're talking about that.
Comfortable. No, lowest willing I would absolutely be willing to do if rolling out multiple GPP teams would be Ashby. I think he's got capable of a good game for sure.
Okay. Who does Big T like as a pitcher on FanDuel? Big T, you like one specific pitcher on FanDuel?
Let me look. I haven't built my FanDuel team yet. How much is max on FanDuel?
Let me get over that real quick.
He's 10-6 on FanDuel.
I mean, so FanDuel, the difference always for me is I can pretty much play whoever I want on FanDuel. So most of the time, will just play the best pitcher and kind of work off that. Tonight, I'll probably play max. Let me see if there's any. I mean, Nestor Cortez for 5,800 on FanDuel sticks off the page to me. Actually, I might play him over max because 5,800 for him with Big Bill in that game. You can play literally any bat you want with him. Max or Cortez would be my answer. If you go big bats, go with Nestor. If you go with cheaper stacks, go with Max.
Okay. Very good. I like it. Any more questions, guys? Again, in the premium Discord. Stevie Boynton says Hoy is going yard. Canby Squid says imagine not locking this guy in at shortstop. I think a lot of people can. I actually like Hoy a little bit too. Any late night stacks, you guys, from Music019? Any of the later games that we can target here, especially if they're playing? I'm not going to go to Big T. You don't care about West Coast offenses, but we got a game in Anaheim tonight. Toronto and the Angels. When you look at ballpark factors, the stadium there in Orange County has just been it's been beautiful for overs. Lots of runs have been scored there. We got Toronto and the Angels. Any of you guys got any thoughts on that game from an offensive side?
I think that game is actually in Toronto. No, is it in both games? Because that's a doubleheader. So I know one team is home the first game, and the other team's home the second game.
So they split the home games?
Yeah, so I'm not – no, they're playing in California. You're right. But, yeah, they're playing in California. Blue Jays are home game one. They're away on game two. Sorry.
Okay, so they're in Anaheim. Any thoughts on those guys? San Francisco tonight. Anybody in the later games, guys, that you're looking at?
Is Big T not caring about the late games like a thing? He just doesn't.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's right. Big T, it's like offenses. You don't mess with offense most of the time.
If it's not the Dodgers, I don't usually. I mean, I'm never really going to play teams in Seattle, San Diego. I mean, for the most part, it's true. If the Dodgers aren't at home, yeah, I mean, I don't see any other teams I like late.
Fair enough. I stand corrected.
Have you not watched?
It's not like totally true. It depends on the spot, but I definitely like the parks a lot less. Put it that way.
I felt like Holden saying like, oh, late games, Big D, nope, don't even need to ask.
Yes, you. Am I on to something here though? Come on, how often does this guy play?
Holden, you're right. Tony, for the most part, fades a lot of the West Coast games, right? That's his.
I play the Dodgers, but really, I never play Seattle. I never play San Diego. I never play the Angels. I never play Oakland.
All right.
Never play Seattle. Yeah.
Well, let me cross some teams off my list going forward. And
anything in the West Coast, bro.
Yeah.
I do. When's the last time these late teams have shipped a slate, though? Am I wrong?
The Dodgers.
No, I was being serious.
Except for the Dodgers. Holden?
The Dodgers have.
Well, yeah, that was the exception I gave.
Yeah. Oh, Tigers, Orioles. Like I said, if there's a delay, it's going to be before the game. They're in a delay. Right now. This thing looks like it's going to move out pretty quick. I'm not fading this game. That's all I'll tell you. Everyone's on Hoy Park. How about that? Any love for the Red Sox from Espo 4710? Any love for the Sox? High total, good park, needy series. Anyone? Bueller?
Not for me.
Okay. Any love for the Mariners from Shits and Giggles? Hello, Shits and Giggles.
I mean, I think you could play the Mariners.
Yeah.
I also think you could take a shot on Kobe Allard on DraftKings. So I think you could definitely take shots on both sides of that game from a pitcher or hitter standpoint. But Mariners are in play. Toro, they've got some right-handed power too. Ty France, Mitch Haniger. So yeah, there are guys you can play.
I mean, the big point there, JC, is anytime the starting pitcher and the opposing batters, they're both cheap, you can take shots on either side, right? Because like if you get like, an 11K Max Scherzer against the Dodgers who are all 5,500, like you don't really want to take a shot on either side because neither side's probably going to get there in the end. But when both sides are cheap in baseball, yeah, you can look to either way.
Question for JSU from Mamba. Better one-off, Jimenez or Mullins for my GPPs?
Oh, those are two really good bats. Tough to go against Eloy, but I really like Cedric Mullins tonight. So I might play both of them in my lineup, but I really like Cedric Mullins.
Said Mullins is your guy. Boom. 1% home run calls, whatever. We can get to that later. Upton's 2,300 question mark. I guess it's not a question. Nate wants to know if anybody has any Dodgers love. I mean, I love the Dodgers, but big deal. What do you guys think about the Dodgers tonight?
I kind of like the Dodgers.
I love it.
They're one of the sneaky teams with Tampa Bay for me, where you guys said it when you were talking about pitching, but Nola hasn't looked great outside of the one start. The Dodgers just always give you that upside, especially guys like Muncy, Seager, these lefties that can really bust them up. I love Muncy tonight. Muncy might be my favorite, like one-off, just random. Can't you just see him hitting a bomb right away in the first inning off Nola?
Totally. This is one where I don't have the Dodgers, and I'm like, I feel like I should. I feel like I'm a dumbass for not having the Dodgers because, listen, Nola's still a good pitcher, but he's had – I mean, how many times has he been blown up this year?
A lot.
5, 6, 7, 8. Like, it's a good number of times. And this Dodgers lineup is stacked. You can run on Nola. You got Turner, Pollock, Taylor. Like, all these guys can still bait. It would be better if Mookie Betts was in there, frankly. But nevertheless, yeah, I like that call a little bit. And listen, you get in that Phillies bullpen early. Like, if they do bust him up, could be some good times for the Dodgers. So I like that call a lot.
Again, guys, premium subscribers can ask us questions through the Discord. Usually we have this up to lock every single day during the week. We do weekend shows too. And what you can do, and it's behind the paywall because we do this free show normally and you guys watch that. Well, behind the paywall, we do this. We answer all your questions. You also, let's say we miss one of your questions. Other coordinators are in there answering questions too. So you get a lot with us. You get a ton of this with us, RPS NFL 15. Holy shit, Joey Work. What bats do you like in San Diego, Miami? Both sides.
I mean, San Diego, you could probably just go to the it's hard to go against what's his name? Freaking roping the ball. Cronenworth. Hard to go against Cronenworth. He's been killing the ball as of late. Obviously, I definitely think both teams score runs. More obviously San Diego, but Tommy Pham's up there, Trent Grisham. You could even go to the bottom. Eric Hosmer, Will Myers, Trent Grisham. That's the bottom three of the lineup. I'm not totally against going there. I definitely expect runs in this game. Braxton Garrett, I expect he's probably be on a short leash, so they're going to see a lot of the Miami bullpen, and the bullpen's not very good. So that's where I'm at there. And for the Miami side, I mean, this is a bullpen game for San Diego. I get San Diego's bullpen's good, but if you're seeing 9 different pitchers, they're going to give up runs. I'm sorry. And their bullpen's what? My numbers have them 6th best in baseball. So still very susceptible. And with them being pitching 9 innings, you probably won't get all the best arms. You're going to get other guys in there. So I'm not against De La Cruz. He's due for a homer. That guy's got massive power. He hasn't hit a homer yet since he got called up. He has been struggling. And Aguilar looked terrible last night at the plate, but he definitely has power to put one out as well.
Kate Falik, I'm just saying, Bellinger's hit back-to-back home runs. Yeah, did you not listen to the show, Kate Falik? Back-to-back home runs.
Do you not see the poster of the show? It has Belly on it. Come on,
Kate Falik. I mean, what is it? Seriously, guys. Smith, Seager, Muncy, Bellinger, Trey Turner. I mean, that looks like a pretty nice one right there. I mean, Bellinger's hitting down in the order, and that's absolutely spectacular. And he's 4-4 in the last 2 games. He's hitting like he's 6-4. So we'll see what happens. Question for Big T specifically. Do you think this from shits and giggles? Do you think JSU not eating pizza or chocolate as a kid stunted his growth?
I mean, here I thought someone was going to ask me an actual baseball question, but to answer the question, I was all excited because someone finally asked me my first question of the year. But yeah, they probably did stunt his growth. I mean, if you don't eat pizza, chocolate, anything, and you lick muffin, you definitely don't grow.
You lick muffin?
It went over Holden's head.
Oh, right over Holden's head. I love it.
It did, but boy, was that terrific. I like that.
Man.
All right, so here, Brian K brings this up. Trey Turner BVP versus Nola is awful. Can we give the official what's the RPS stance on BVP? I use it rarely if,
I mean, how big of a sample is it? How many does he got?
Yeah, that's the question. What's the sample, too? Like if it's
There's also, I'll say this, there's also the fact that Trey Turner is the best hitter that he's ever been right now this season, and Aaron Nola has kind of fallen off, right? So, like, if you say, oh, he hasn't handled him well in the past, there's an intersection there where it's like, okay, now Trey Turner is a better hitter than when you compare hitter versus pitcher. So,
well,
38 at bats.
That's in the BVP though, because I mean, again, a lot of us don't look at it. If the guy's 1 for 15, it's like, all right, 1 for 1 for 35.
He's 7 for 38.
I mean, I'm more of a field player than a lot of people for sure. If I see 7 for 38, it definitely worries me more than other people. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong because a lot of people are more numbers based. If I see 7 for 38 with 14 strikeouts, meaning he's striking out a third of the time, and I can play 5 other Dodgers, right? Like I don't have to play Trey Turner in my stack.
Yeah.
I'm not saying to don't play him either. Trey Turner's incredible. If he fits in there, play him. But I'm at least a slight bit concerned because of that.
Tiebreaker. It's a tiebreaker.
I mean, if you can play, like a perfect example for me, if I can play the shitty 8-hole hitter McKinney, and I know they're not the same position, but if I can play him over Turner to get Max Scherzer, I'd probably do that.
Question for Big T. Caleb felt bad for you. Who's your favorite Tampa bat?
My favorite is A-Raz, of course, right out of the gate in the 1-hole.
Well, Luis Arraez, that's your boy.
Just destroying the baseball since he's been back. I mean, he wasn't out that long, but yeah.
Arraez Arena, is that who you're talking about?
Is there another A-Raz?
Yes, I had no idea. Oh, well, Luis Arraez, but he's not on Tampa, so I wasn't sure which one you were talking about, but we figured it out. Also, Joe, hey, Holden, can you get Big T's thoughts on Sam Hilliard as a one-off on FanDuel? Good job, Big T. You shamed everyone into asking you questions. Congrats. What's your answer to said question?
For who? Sam Hilliard?
He's asking you about Sam Hilliard as a one-off.
I didn't even know he was on the slate, so.
That's my favorite answer. I didn't know he was on the slate.
I really didn't know he was on the slate.
Oh,
Who is he going against? Odorizzi?
That is terrific.
Yeah. I mean, why in the world would you do
that? I don't know.
It's a 15-game slate.
My sense is that he is going to not play him anymore because of your response, which was good. Hey, guys,
you should not be playing Sam Hilliard on a 15-game slate. I mean, maybe if you're stacking the Rockies, I could say, okay. But if you're not stacking the Rockies, you damn well better not have Sam Hilliard.
Joe actually enjoyed your response and said, laughing my ass off. So good job. Good job.
Joe still thinks he's at JSU. Joe still thinks he's got me. I got him muted on Twitter.
Joe still does. Joe, he doesn't have you muted. It's true story too. I'm telling you right now, you are not muted on Twitter.
Big T question, DFS production.
Just by me saying that doesn't mean you have to ask me all the
Well,
damn
too bad. You should have shut your mouth. Then you would have. Then you would have.
What's the next
This
question?
is actually
Give me another
true,
one.
Tony. This is your fault. You asked for the question.
Give me another one. What's the question?
Oh, I am. I'm going to give you all of them when they ask you a question.
What is it?
This is great. Normally, I've got to answer all these
I know.
exact.
I opened the floodgate.
Guys, if you have any questions for Tony, make sure you get him in. He's not leaving until he answers all of your questions.
Oh.
Baseball, not baseball, it doesn't matter. Tony, do you lean a 5-man Tampa Bay stack or a 5-man White Sox stack? Which one?
These are questions that it just is. I mean, pick your favorite team, whichever one you like more.
You got to look within yourself and answer that question for yourself. We can't answer.
I like both teams. Put it that way. So pick which one you like more.
Big T, would you play Cuomo as a one-off with a Met stack tonight?
Cuomo. I don't know if we should go down the alley of talking about.
We're not. We're done with that. That's it.
I want to ask decent questions.
Hate that question.
It was a subscriber question. This is from Mamba for Life. Big T, do you like Edmundo Sosa from St. Louis with your St. Louis score?
People gotta be trolling me. Are they trolling me?
They're not.
I got it. My turn.
Yeah.
No, he wants Tony's.
DC.
No, I'm asking Big T a question. I'm a subscriber to the site. Big T, if you had to eat 1 pound of one type of vegetable right now, what would be your top 3 that you would rank them?
I mean, corn would definitely be in there.
Corn number 1. Okay.
Corn?
I gotta eat 3 pounds.
No, 1 pound.
1 pound.
But which of would be the vegetables that you would rank? So
I mean, corn and carrots.
Corn. What else can you
would
pound
have to be 2 of them.
What's that?
Corn and carrots would have to be
carrots. Okay, corn, carrots.
I don't even know what the third one is.
That's a lot of me. It's not my fault.
That's a
lot of things. That one was not my fault, pal.
No.
Corn, brownies, and chocolate. Yes, Richie Smalls. We're gonna start taking questions from the YouTube chat here in just a minute. But because now all they want to do is talk about freaking carrots and corn.
Exactly.
People would love the food podcast. If we did a show about food, people would love it.
Holden, screw you for not asking my question. Can Big T or the coordinators talk about differentiation of stacks? It's a 5. Yeah, and Myers, we're not going through the 15-game 5-3 sacks losing strategy, but I do recommend that you hit up the coordinators and ask them for that. Nancy Drew guy. Big T, do you like Carlos Carrasco?
No. I named off all my pitchers. My pitchers, I'm playing 20 teams on DraftKings in this, whatever it is, $111 tournament. I got 7 pitchers in my player pool. Scherzer and Gilbert up top. Colby Allard, Lynch, Nestor, Ashby, and Happ are my 7 pitchers.
Wait, you're allowed to play on DraftKings?
Yeah, I sent a picture in with my ID and my mugshot.
What happened there? What
I have
happened?
no idea, man. I haven't left my freaking house in a week, and somehow I got in trouble for playing in San Diego or something.
Someone tried to hack you, probably.
And then they
I
blocked
think it was, the truth is, I think my wife was like sweating the golf because I was in the final thing on Sunday, and somehow or another that got me in trouble, I think.
Did you tell her?
300 minus.
I mean, she's literally looking at the thing. I don't know how I can get in trouble for that. People freaking enter 150 teams under their wife's name and don't get in trouble. But my wife watches the golf on the app, and all of a sudden I'm in trouble. I don't even know if that's what it was, but it had to be.
I mean, that's just good mojo, though. Props to her.
Yeah, seriously.
Sanjay Shukla. I don't know what DC is trying to prove, but that was terrible. I agree, man.
What? What did he do?
I mean, you got one question to ask the guy, and you're going to ask him about vegetables? Seriously.
I'm willing to take the L on that question, but it's like you got like 150,000 L's prior to that one. So
correct. 0 of that magnitude. What's your favorite vegetable? You know what? DC be a good wingman to go out with. Excuse me, miss. What's your favorite vegetable? We'd like to bring you home tonight. Your favorite vegetable? All right, guys, let's keep going. We're all good there. Big T, this is from, would you lick a muffin or eat 1 pound of cauliflower?
Oh, I'd lick so much muffin before I went in there. I'd dive in there all night before I ate cauliflower.
Really? Because I
I'd
thought
build,
you
I'd build
liked
a
to eat
tent
muffins.
down in there before I ate the cauliflower.
It's really not
Really?
that
'Cause
bad.
I thought you were anti-muffin
Well,
eating.
it would get a lot more interesting if, like you said, it was a full bush and I had to go down.
Oh, God, no.
Then
No.
I might eat the cauliflower.
No.
Oh God, no.
Wow, really? Full bush? You'd rather eat cauliflower?
I don't know if I could go down there on a full bush.
Joey, your thoughts on full bush versus cauliflower? Which one would you choose?
I mean, I like cauliflower, and I'm not against Bush either.
Really? Most guys are. You're not against it, huh?
No.
That's fascinating.
Oh, landing
Yeah,
strip's nice. Like,
Yeah, that surprises me, Joey. I thought you would like it nice and tight down there.
I like all
Now-
flavors.
I will say this.
Hair
This is
flavor?
how much respect Big T has for Joey Work. Anyone else said that, Big T would have went in on their ass.
I love
said
Joey
that,
Work.
And Big T laughed and sat back and started staring at his monitor. Big
What
T
can I
like
say? I love
Work.
Joey Work. He picks winners for me. What do you mean?
I mean, you could go at me. It's all good.
I've gone at him before.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that bush take was worse than Draft Cheat's vegetable thing.
No, but I like how he just went for it, though. He said, I love
You know
Bush,
what?
and I was
He's like,
okay
screw
with
it.
that.
Don't
Yeah, that's
judge
how
me.
Joey Works-
You can judge
Joey
me.
Works
I don't
takes-
care.
Exactly. I'm
I'll
not
take
gonna
it.
lie.
It's out his chest when he says everything. That's how he puts it all on the table. He's a man.
Steve Anthony, fine point. What is better than a bald muffin? Well, and you know, settle down there, pal. You'd like a little bit. Nape, I can't ask JSU. This is going too far. All right, we can't do that. You're going too far for a public show. We can't get too crazy on a public show. I think we just went up to the line, and we got to come back from that line. Okay. Who's the play of the day there, Draft Cheat? Who's the number one guy I got to have in my lineup tonight?
Little distracted.
What are you distracted by? What's going on down there? Is there someone under your seat?
No. I'm going Logan Gilbert. I think Logan Gilbert's going to deliver for us.
All right. Very good. What are you saying, Joey Work? I mean, we got 15 minutes to lock, but I'm interested. Who's the big one tonight?
We're going pitchers. We're going batters.
Don't
What are we
matter.
doing here?
Throw your favorite play out tonight.
Favorite play? You know what? I'm going to be a little sneaky. I don't go with the chalk like everybody. I'm taking Luke Voigt to hit a dong. He hit one last night. This is his third game back. He has good BBP. I mean, he has good, good versus lefties. The ball's the wind's blowing out. And he hit the ball really hard in both his games back. Even the outs, he was hitting the ball really hard. They interviewed him after the game, and he knows he's playing for his job, so he really wants it. So give me Luke Voigt.
JSU, who's the big man in your course tonight? What are you thinking?
Who's the big man? Like, who's
Come
the
on,
guy?
who's
Like,
guy?
hit
Is
a
it Mullins?
dong, or
Is
like,
it Hayes?
Yeah, I like Cedric Mullins and Cabrian Hayes a ton. Those are just two guys. I think Cabrian Hayes hits a bomb off of Big T's JA Hap call.
I like it.
Good luck. I mean, good luck playing those big Pittsburgh bats that couldn't hit in Great American. Now they're going to hit in this shitty park.
Yep, they are.
Yeah.
Wow. Big T not going to be rostering Cabrian Hayes tonight. Accurate?
I mean, Pittsburgh is such a horrible stack on a 15-game slate. It's like literally the worst stack you could play tonight.
As Stevie Boynton, let me see who else is over there.
I hope
Boynton,
Stevie's on him. Get on him, Stevie. I want you on.
No, Stevie Boynton's all over. Yeah, he's all over Pittsburgh. DC's all over Pittsburgh. Who else is over Pittsburgh?
The one dude that got all mad at me in the Olympic chat the one night when I had to own him, saying we all have to agree on everything. I said we don't agree with everything at RPS. That's what makes us RPS. Like, that's fine.
Yeah, nobody agrees on.
Why do we have
anything,
to all
honestly.
agree anyway?
There's literally, I'll say this on the show, and people can make fun of me tomorrow. There's a 0% chance Pittsburgh's the winner on a 15-game slate.
Well, what about the chances of Brian Hayes hitting a
There could
bomb?
be a one-off for sure. If it's a one-off,
Yeah.
okay. But if you got 3 or more Pittsburgh guys, you are not winning tonight.
We might have to.
Good,
run
I like a
promo
mini
for that.
stack anyways.
Oof.
You can win 1 or 2. I'm okay with. Because Hap does give up bombs, like you guys have said. The problem is Pittsburgh can't hit bombs.
That is a problem.
All right. We had
I stacked those bastards all weekend in Cincinnati, and they never did it.
hot take tonight. Yankees get no hit.
Slide in on that. That ain't happening, buddy. Did you not watch the game? Did you not watch the game last night? How many pitchers the Royals used? They used everybody in their bullpen.
7.
Yeah.
And it was weird because Greg Holland was throwing 97.
He sucks. He sucks.
I don't really think he was throwing 97, by the way. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, me either.
Uncle T's guy that's not going to hit a home run tonight is Yohan Moncada. So there you go. Uncle T's home run play of the day. St. Louis. Anybody on St. Louis with that stack? Jeffrey Lanier. I don't think anybody said St. Louis, did they? No.
Negative.
No.
The team's tough to back. Brault's, this is, I think, his second start since coming from the minors. I know he pitched a couple times in the minors. Now he's back up here. Second start. I don't expect him to pitch long, but I mean, this St. Louis offense disappears all the time.
All right. Premium subscribers. Right now, I'm just going to throw JSU and Big T's FanDuel cores in there, okay? So I'm putting them in right now. Again, this is
Who is this
else.
Daniel Mardorf dude anyways that just keeps running his mouth?
What?
He's a free
Flying into what DMs? Daniel Mardorf? What are we wagering? What do you even want?
What do you want?
Like,
what is he saying?
He's just in here just spewing his mouth.
He's
Pittsburgh
saying,
4 home runs. Pittsburgh isn't going to hit 4 home runs this month, Daniel Mardorf.
I like that.
He's saying Jay Happ.
What do you feel like if he's stroking you? I follow Draft Cheat. Pittsburgh 4 home runs, he said.
Oh, he plans on owning you, and he wants you to slide into your
How's he going to
home
own
run.
me, though? Like, I'm putting my teams in there. I'm playing J.A. Happ. So own me. Come get some.
He says Pittsburgh scores more than 5 runs.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, you're going to need more than 5 runs on a 15-game slate, big boy. You better hope they do.
how many runs that's a great question. How many runs do you think your team
Depends on if
needs?
they're all home runs or not, but you're going to need more than 5 just in general.
Like, is there a number you ever think
On
of?
a 15-game slate, I would say you want to get double digits.
Wow, you got to pick the double-digit teams.
I mean, obviously, if they score 6 and it's 4 or 5 home runs, that's different. But in general, I would say on a 15-game slate, you want double digits.
You're welcome, Jeffrey Lanier. And Brandon Patrick 45, I'm signing up with you guys. Damn straight you're signing up with us, guys. You made a great decision. The best decision you've probably made this year, Brandon. And use the code RPSNFL15. RPSNFL15.
Would you be surprised if J.A. Happ goes in there and shuts them down, like gives up 2 runs through 6 innings? I wouldn't.
He's going to. Like, J.A. Happ is the best pitcher point per dollar on the board tonight.
Now we're getting crazy.
Like, he just is.
I mean, this is his second start with the new team. He pitched decent the first one.
Wait, what was that take? I'm sorry. I was posting the core for the people. J.A. Happ is what?
My 2 takes on the show have been Pittsburgh's the worst stack of the night, and J.A. Happ is the best point per dollar pitcher on the slate.
Oh, God. I'm going back on mute.
I can give it. If I knew how to give a timeout, I'd boot your ass off the show. I don't know how to do it yet. Hold on.
You just click on his face.
Yeah. I hit the wrong button. He's all the way gone.
Yeah,
Get
you
out
just,
of here, JSU.
you just kicked him out of the whole show. He's not even
Oh,
back.
man.
It's
JSU.
temporary, man.
Come on, man.
I didn't mean to do the full boot. I just wanted a temporary boot, but I hit the wrong button. I
Frontal
think.
bootage. All right, I'm going to post JSU's core up here right now, by the way. I'm going to throw that. It says DK core. Everybody thinks it's funny as shit, though. JSU DK core is up. So, guys, if you want to ask a few more questions before lock, we got 9 minutes. So we got plenty of time if you want to get your questions in. Okay. And a lot of people having fun today. That's what we want. We just want you to have fun. That's it. Don't take it too seriously. Unless you want to talk shit to Big T. I mean, he's not in the mood for it. That's all I can say. He's not in the mood right now. He's rolling. Let him keep going on it. Everything's fine. Big T, who do you got as a one-off here or there?
Max Muncy. Max Muncy is my one-off of the night.
It's a pretty big name one-off, but okay. Max Muncy's your big one-off. You like a Razorena too. This Tampa Bay thing is interesting. It was like 45 minutes ago when we talked about him, Tony, but you got some Tampa Bay. You got a Razorena. You got Cruz. You got Zunino. Guys that just pummel left-handed pitching?
Yep. And we're in Boston. Great park for right-handed power. I like Tampa.
Obviously. I mean, it's
yeah.
If you could figure out Tampa and the Doyers, that would be interesting. And then
they fit nice, actually. They fit pretty good because Tampa's good in some spots that the Dodgers aren't. It's a nice little stack, Tampa and the Dodgers. I'll say that much.
Ooh, we got something right there. Okay, I like it. Randy Arozarena. And who was the third guy I just said to you that we like? Zunino, the catcher, Zunino. He's always in there. Edibles or the green stuff? Chief, I'm going to go with edibles. They're much easier on your body. Not the brain, but on the body they're even. Oakland stack thoughts. Well, let's not go to Big T on Oakland.
They're not at home today, though, so you can go to me.
All right, Big T, what about Oakland?
But you can still go to someone else.
You're going to fucking say this. Joey or DC, either one of you have any thoughts on Oakland, whether it's good or bad?
Thoughts.
I mean, I'm not totally against it. Tristan McKenzie's been basically, as Holden words, gas can this year.
Yeah.
I'm not totally against it. Wind looks like it's blowing out as well.
Thanks for coming back, JSU.
Yeah, well, Big T literally, instead of giving me a timeout, kicked me off the show.
I actually didn't mean to full boot you. I just wanted to give the timeout. I did it wrong.
Appreciate it, buddy. I see how it is.
At least you're a good sport and came back.
Yeah, I came back for the people, not for Big T's ass.
I wouldn't have come back. You would have seen the last of me.
Yeah.
Blue Jay stack from double player. I think
they're only playing 7 innings. Yeah.
But that's what's keeping everybody off. JSU, let me ask you this. Like the Blue Jays, the Angels, 7-inning games. Have you played a team on a 7-inning game in a slate this year?
I haven't full stacked the team, but I've definitely played a one-off if I really like the play, like a price on a player.
Uh-huh.
I think I think if you see a guy that you just really love and you just think he's just such a good play, and he's going to get, he's hitting, close to the top of the order. I think you can play one guy, maybe two, but I wouldn't be like full stacking a 7-inning game. I haven't done that.
DFS, can we do a life check on DC?
Well, the reason I look like I was that I'm making a late pivot here. I'm pulling a Big T, a late core pivot to the Cardinals against Steven Brault, who I think might be a lot worse than we think he is. He's never been good, but you just made that one. He's pitched 4 innings, that last start is always seen of him, and everything looks the same for him where he currently sucked, but his fastball velocity also down 2.5 miles per hour in that start. Like, I think he could be potentially really, really bad if he's not able to throw over 90 miles per hour. So late pivot to the Cardinals for me. I changed my core and everything, so I don't know if that'll take any time, but yeah.
You know what? I'm going to read this off. Now, how much – you still got one Pittsburgh player in there, but don't tell me Big T talked you off of the rest of the Pirates.
No, he did not.
DC respects my ability DFS-wise, but I'm not going to ever talk him off. He's got his own opinions, which he should.
Well, as do you. Same thing, yeah.
But he talks you off of things, doesn't he?
Huh?
He'll talk you off a thing or two, like a pitcher. He'll be like,
well, maybe. I mean, Big T will talk me onto things too if he's, but it's not.
Yeah.
All right. So
it's
listen,
not like it never happens. Like, sure, yeah. Sometimes you're like torn. If you're convicted on something, then you go with it.
All right. So I'm not going to read off DC's whole core. The subscribers, you guys get it. I'm going to go put it in our chat too. But talk to me about Carlson, Edmund, Bader, and Goldie. These guys in particular, and where's Arenado?
Yeah, I mean, he could absolutely be on there too if you can afford him. Okay. Yeah, just the Brault, I just don't know what, I just don't – I feel very confident he's not good. And I think he could potentially be way worse than we have previously seen him. If he's like, I don't know, does that seem like a pitcher you might want to stack against a very bad version of Steven Brault? To me, it kind of does. So I don't think many people are going to play the Cardinals either. So I guess that's the reasoning behind it. We'll see. I mean, Cardinals have let me down a lot, but Brault just seems like a pitcher to me that just could get completely blown up. You get into the Pirates bullpen, you get full 9 innings. I could see the Cardinals doing some damage.
Any of you guys on the Giants tonight? And we just got their lineup. Wade, Belt, Posey, Crawford, Bryant. God, this is a good lineup, man. God, I like the Giants. Any guys like the Giants this evening, though, in particular? That's a negatory, correct? No one really likes the Giants. All right. It's too bad.
I have no problem with it, but yeah.
JSU, Luis Robert or Adam Engel in my White Sox stack on FanDuel? That is from Joe.
Robert.
Robert's your boy. What do we got? 2 minutes to lock. I better get going here. What's your next one, boys? There's some Phillies that have good BVP against Max for what it's worth. Yeah. Okay. Somebody did I mention St. Louis? I see someone did research real quick. Yes, Jeffrey, you asked him about St. Louis, and while we asked him, he was working on changing his course. So that's what happens. Joey, what is the play of the day? I know you gave it out at the beginning. You want to give him the play of the day today, Joey?
I mean, I gave out a couple plays. Another play I like that I haven't mentioned is the Braves money line. I gave that out last night, -105. Money has came in on the Braves. Basically, the Reds played Sunday at home versus Pittsburgh. Then they played yesterday in Cleveland. Then they had to travel last night again, and now they're playing in Atlanta. So 3 games in 3 different places. Obviously, Sonny Gray better on the road. So a little bit there, but I expect the Braves to score. Freeman's back in the lineup, and I like their offense a little bit better. You know, the offense looks good. The lineup looks good, so I'm taking the Braves money line, short price, -105 here.
What do you think of the Doyers run line?
Yeah, I'm also on the Dodgers, -1.5. I think they smash. Nola, you know, as I mentioned, as of recent, since they limited his sticky stuff, he has definitely struggled. And Scherzer, even DC mentioned before, Scherzer, you know, some added motivation on a good team here, and I think he shoves here. And I'm not everyone's the BVP. I don't know what people are looking at. BVP is good in Scherzer's defense, and the only people really is Brad Miller, who I'm not going to take off the bet because of Brad Miller. So I'm going with the Dodgers laying the 1.5. That's +105.
Like a little run line play there, not bad.
On the road, so they get full 9.
Chat. Still no Snyder mention. You might be in the wrong chat. I don't know. Still no. Which Snyder are we talking about? Matt Smith. You might be in the wrong one. Yeah, it happens. So no big deal. We do get savage. That is absolutely because that is basically what Run Pure Sports is. We pick winners and we talk shit. So, is there a better way to describe what happens here, Tony?
Nope. We do.
That's it.
My someone in the chat, Caleb said JSU post your core. My core was posted, and I put it in the live show chat, and then I saw Holden put it in the live show chat after I got booted. So yeah, my core should be up there, but it's definitely in the Discord too. So Caleb, if you're not in the Discord, get in there. That's the quickest way to get that stuff when it's late like that.
Guys, when you're on your way out, I know a lot of you will be leaving here pretty soon. We had a monster viewership today. If you could hit the like button, we really appreciate it. It'd be terrific. Just hit the like button on the way out to thank us for doing this. And again, RPS NFL 15. The season's here. 30 days away from the regular season for the NFL. Thursday night, we got a nice slate of games. Tons of preseason football coming up. NFL, obviously, we got the best in the business here too. We talk about baseball. We win in baseball. We win in basketball and NBA. Well, guess what? Football is the same damn thing. And I'll tell you, you're running up to lock here. You got your final questions like we just did on this show. We do the same thing in the NFL. There's nobody as good as JSU Up to Lock show. Answering questions, building cores, getting you the edge that you need. I really can't give him any recommendations, though, because anything that he gave me was last football season. So is there anything that you've done well in the NFL over the last couple of days that I can promote, JSU?
No.
No, absolutely
not
not. So
really.
what I'm going to have to do is go back to last year in week 1 when we won all the money because you were the only one on Aaron Rodgers. It was absolutely amazing. You're welcome, double player. It was a great show, and we appreciate that. DC, any questions you'd like to ask before we go? You're really good with those.
No, I don't think so. I think we've talked enough about vegetables for today, so I'm all good to go.
I want to see Tony go like a week straight eating vegetables with every meal. I don't think he could do it. I don't think
I couldn't do it. Why would I want to do it?
Yeah, but I don't think you could do it.
It might help you.
I just said I couldn't do it. I know I couldn't do it.
I know I couldn't.
Yeah, I just admitted it. I already took the loss on it. We don't have to start it. We don't have to find out.
We need to do this food podcast now because people would actually love to listen to you guys talk about food and then make fun of my food take. So it actually is a good idea.
Of course they would.
Food podcast, TV podcast, anything podcast is going to work at RPS. Shit talking podcast, wearing your hat podcast. Everything.
Tony, you know who's the opposite me is my brother. My brother is literally the opposite me when it comes to food. Pizza and hot dogs and hamburgers and it literally all the bad food he likes. Look
at that core switch off the bat. Tommy Edman with the home run off Brault. You love to see it.
That's what those late changes do. That's what happens.
Sometimes you just feel it. You got to go for it.
It feels so good, too, when you do that late pivot and the bomb just comes immediately.
Yeah, because usually it goes the other way.
What else? Angels, Blue Jays underway. Okay, we got a big slate tonight. Joey, you're in control over there. Anything you'd like to bring up here before we get it?
Who's the winners Joey gave?
Oh, DC, hold on. DC beat JSU, possibly in the ownership department. I don't even remember who it was. Scherzer. 41%.
Oh, I got owned on Scherzer.
Well, we got to figure out exactly which contest it was.
Well, it's not that hard.
It was $11. It was 45% is what it was.
If you go into the $11 and you pull up Max Scherzer's
the $11.
I mean, it's not that hard to find out. You just click a few buttons and you're there.
Right. Well, it's a monumental upset, but let's give it to DC.
Full list of winners: Braves money line -105, Dodgers -1.5 +105, Nationals money line +195, and full game over 8 in Marlins Padres -105.
Love it.
Love it. Yep, terrific stuff. All right, Joey. You're the producer here. We usually say Simon, get us out of here, but I don't know what Big T's going to come up with. Big T, get creative today, man. Can you do it?
World. I'm just living in it, so whenever he wants to get us out of here, because last time